Hello, welcome to my video for the 12.2 lesson, Angles of Triangles. Real quickly, I want to review some important angles that we talked about Wednesday in class when we had parallel lines cut by a transversal. So if I'm looking for corresponding angles, remember those would be angles that are in the exact same position on different parts of the parallel lines cut by the transversal. So angle 1 and angle 5 would be corresponding. See how they're in the same position? 3 and 7, 2 and 6, and then 4 and 8 would be all examples of corresponding angles. Supplementary angles, remember, are angles that sum to 180 degrees. There are lots of angles on this kind of parallel lines cut by a transversal that will sum to 180 degrees. So angle 1 and angle 2 and angle 4, angle 4 and angle 3, and of course angle 3 and angle 1. And then on the second part we have angle 5 and angle 6 and angle 8, angle 8 and angle 7, and of course angle 7 and angle 5 would all be supplementary angles. Vertical angles we learned about way back in chapter 7, but remember vertical angles are created when you have intersecting lines. So angle 1 and angle 4 would be vertical angles, and you'll also notice that they're equal to each other. 2 and 3 are vertical angles and they're equal to each other. 5 and 8, and of course 6 and 7. Now we also learned about these special angles that are made when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Alternate exterior angles would be on alternate sides of the transversal and outside the parallel lines. So 1 and 8 would be alternate exterior angles, and 2 and 7 would be alternate exterior angles. And of course, alternate interior angles are inside the parallel lines, but opposite sides of the transversal. So 4 and 5 would be alternate interior angles. 3 and 6 would be alternate interior angles. And of course, alternate exterior and alternate interior angles would be congruent as well. A little terminology for today. Interior angles of a polygon would be angles B, A, and C. See how those are angles that are inside of the polygon. And then we also have exterior angles of the polygon, and that would be angle F, angle G, and angle E. And at each of these intersections, you actually make 2 exterior angles. So if I continue this line here, that's going to create angle F, but if I continue this line here, that would also create one more exterior angle. So technically, at each of these points, there are 2 exterior angles that are created on that polygon. So if you want to get out your vocabulary packet, we are on chapter 12, which is angles and triangles. First word you should write down in your vocabulary packet is interior angles of a polygon, and those are angles inside of a polygon. And then of course exterior angles of a polygon, and those are angles outside the polygon that are adjacent to the interior angles, and we will talk more specifically about those two. If you need to pause the video so you can record those in your vocabulary packet, go right ahead. Alright, the target we are hitting today is I can find the interior and exterior angle measures of a triangle. So that is the learning target we are working on today. So today's date, of course, will be March 15th, 2021 when I do this lesson in person. So first key idea, if you're following along in your notes packet, is we learned this earlier this year, but to just reiterate it again, the interior angle measures of a triangle always sum to 180 degrees. You might remember the video that we watched in class where we cut off the angles of each of those triangles, or each of those angles on this triangle, and when we line them up, they make a straight line. And a straight line is always equal to 180 degrees, so no matter what size, shape your triangle is, those 3 angles have to always sum to 180 degrees. So looking at example 1, we need to find the value of x. Well, I know when I add those 3 angles together, it has to equal 180 degrees. So I could very easily write x plus 31 plus 42 equals 180. I want to combine those 2 angles together, so 31 plus 42 is of course 73. And then to solve for that missing angle, I would subtract 73 on both sides. So that means my missing angle on this triangle has to be equal to 107 degrees. Example 2 is a little bit trickier. We have to find the value of x. Well, I know that those three angles added together has to equal 180. So I'm going to write those three angles down. We have x plus 4 plus 90, and that has to sum to 180 degrees. Well, I have some like terms that I'm going to put together. 1x plus 1x is, of course, 2x. 4 plus 90 is, of course, 94. And that still sums to 180 degrees. Then I would subtract 94 on both sides. That leaves me, of course, with 86 degrees. Then I would divide by 2 on both sides. So that means the value of x for this triangle would be 43. And I can double check that because this angle here would have to be 43. This angle here would have to be 43 plus 4, which of course would give me 47, and then plus this 90-degree angle, it would sum to 180 degrees. You can pause the video and try to answer both of those on your own. All right, to check each of those, of course, those three angles added together have to sum to 180 degrees. So I combine my like terms here. 81 plus 25 gives me 106. So then when I solve for x, I subtract 106 on both sides, and that is going to give me my missing angle measure, which is 74 degrees. 2 is a little bit trickier, but I know that those three angles added together has to equal 180 degrees. Well, I'm going to combine my like terms here. 1x plus 1x is, of course, 2x. Now, this is a little trickier, but negative 35 plus 43. Remember, those have same sign or different signs, so we subtract and use a sign with a bigger number. So 43 minus 35 would be 8, and 43 is more positive, so that would leave me with 8. Then I would subtract 8 on both sides. That leaves me with 172. Divide by 2 on both sides, and that leaves me with my value of x being 86 degrees. And of course I could check that. This has to be 86. That angle has to be 86 minus 35, which is 51. And when I add those three angles together, that should sum to 180 degrees. All right, the next key idea, and we're talking about exterior angles of a triangle now. And what they found is the measure of the exterior angle of the triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So if I want to find this exterior angle right here, what they found is if I add those two interior angles together, it is always going to have to equal that exterior angle right there. So looking at example 2 here, it says find the measure of angle x. Well, the measure of angle x has to equal these two interior angles added together. So to find the value of x, I would add 28 plus 64, and the value of x there has to be 92 degrees. B is a little bit more complicated, but it's still the same concept. I know this angle plus this angle has to equal that exterior angle there. So I'm going to set that up. 3a has to equal a plus 7 plus 87. Well, I'm going to first combine some like terms over here. 7 plus 87 is, of course, 94. And now I have to think back. I have a's on both sides. My two options are I could subtract 3a on both sides, or I could subtract 1a on both sides. The easier option is, of course, to subtract 1a on both sides. That leaves me with 2a equals 94. Then I would divide by 2 on both sides, which would give me the value of a is 47. And I can check this angle because if I put 47 in here for a, 47 plus 7 is going to give me 54 for this angle. And then I know that that angle would be 3 times 47, and that gives me 141. And when I check it, if I add 54 plus 87, those two interior angles, when I add them together, that equals my exterior angle out there, which would be 141 degrees. You can pause the video and do those two on your own. All right, to check those two, this exterior angle would have to be equal to 40 plus 30. Well, 40 plus 30 would be equal to 70, so the y there would equal 70. 4n minus 20 has to equal those two angles added together because they are my two interior angles. When I add them together, that has to equal that exterior angle. Well, I have some like terms I can put together. 2n plus 1n is 3n. So now I have to decide, do I want to subtract 4n on both sides, or do I want to subtract 3n on both sides? The easier option, of course, is to subtract 3n on both sides. That leaves me with 1n minus 20 equals 20. I'm going to add 20 to both sides, so that means that n has to equal 40. Well, then I can use that to solve for this exterior angle, so 4 times 40 minus 20. Well, 4 times 40 minus 20 is going to mean that that exterior angle right there is 140 degrees. All right, example 3, a real-life application. It says, a car travels around the park shown below. What is the value of x? Well, now we're going back to what we learned first, and I know that these three angles inside of the triangle has to sum to 180. So I know 2x minus 61 plus 55 plus x has to all sum to 180 degrees. Well, I've got some like terms that I can put together there. 2x plus 1x is 3x. Negative 61 plus 55 is going to give me negative 6. Remember, same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Use the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact. Then I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And then last, I just have to divide by 3. And all they want is the value of x for this question, so my answer would be x equals 62. All right, another real-life application one. It says an airplane leaves from Miami and travels around the Bermuda Triangle. What is the value of x? You can pause the video and solve that one on your own. Okay, just like the previous example, those three angles added together has to equal 180 degrees. So x plus 2x minus 44.8 plus 62.8 has to equal 180. Well, I've got some like terms to put together. 1x plus 2x is, of course, 3x. Negative 44.8 plus 62.8, those have different signs, so I'm going to have to subtract and use the sign of the bigger number, so that would be plus 18. Then I'm going to subtract 18 on both sides. So 180 minus 18 leaves me with 162. Divide by 3 on both sides. So that leaves me with x equaling 54. So the correct answer, of course, would be C for that one. Your homework, just like normal, is in bigideasmath.com. So looking at question number 1, it says you know the measure of two interior angles of a triangle. How can you find the measure of the third interior angle? Well, the sum of the measures is 180 degrees, so you could subtract the sum of the given measures from 180 degrees, and that would be the answer for number 1. Number 2, how many exterior angles does a triangle have at each vertex? And we talked about that. They have 2. And then last question, list the measures of the exterior angles for the triangle shown. So the exterior angle of 60 here would be 65 plus 55. Which would give you an answer of 120 here. The exterior angle of 65 would be 60 plus 55, which would give you 115 there. And the exterior angle of 55 would be 60 plus 65, and that would be 125. As normal, if you need to email me any questions that you have on this lesson, please do so.